Good morning and welcome back to our daily Bible studies. We're now on day 14. We are in the section of the Bible where we're looking at disaster stories and natural wonders and how the biblical writers dealt with those. And on day 14, we're going to look at what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm going to read to you from Genesis 19 verses 23 to 29, and we'll see what we think about whether it was a meteor strike or not. The sun had risen as Lot reached Zoar. Suddenly Yahweh rained down burning stones on the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. This destroyed them and the whole valley, the people and everything growing there. But Lot's wife looked back and was turned into a pillar of salt. Early the next day, Abraham went quickly to the place where he had stood in Yahweh's presence. He looked down on Sodom and Gomorrah and on the whole valley. He saw the smoke rising up from the ground, like the smoke from a huge furnace. But when God destroyed the cities of the valley where Lot had lived, he remembered Abraham and allowed Lot to get away safely from their downfall. This rather unsavory tale blames the destruction of the twin cities on the sinful nature of the people living there. Often used as a proof text by those who want to disrespect homosexuals, this story is in fact against all non-consensual or forced sex. The sinners are wanting to have sex with Lot's visitors because they can, because they think they are too strong or too numerous to be resisted. The visiting messengers from God are, of course, well able to defend themselves, and they even defend hasty Lot, who had rashly offered his daughters to the rapists if they would only leave his visitors alone. In the story, Lot and his family take some persuading to get out of the city before destruction rains down on it. They are warned not to look back as the destruction rains down. But the angels do accede to Lot's request to let them take refuge in a town whose name is Zoar, or tiny. Burning rocks can also mean sulphur or brimstone. The escape is spoilt by Lot's wife turning around to see the meteor strike, and she turns into something that may still be seen in areas of high salinity, a salt pillar left by the evaporating saline water. Now, burning rocks from the sky hit the earth every day. Only rarely do big ones hit cities and devastate valleys. How clever of the editor of the Saga of Abraham to turn this disaster into a morality tale. Why else, he might have asked himself, would God destroy a fertile valley and its cities, unless they had done something dreadful? It is a common idea in the Old Testament that if disaster strikes, you must have done something to deserve it. The idea that God likes people and loves sinners comes a long time later, and it is a distinctly novel idea given prominence in the New Testament. Well, that's Sodom and Gomorrah. Whatever it was that destroyed them, it was turned into that morality tale. We continue with our disaster stories with the repeated ecological disasters in Egypt. Tomorrow we're going to look at the plagues of Egypt that preceded the Exodus. See you then.